Oh, it smells heavenly in here, guys. Holy moly, if you could smell it. Got my breakfast here, sweet tea and 2 apples. Here is the load. We loaded last night on the trailer. I'm gonna hop in the truck, pull this thing out, see, I want to evaluate it. I might want to throw another strap side to side, and we'll see. Alright guys, so it's not really leaning, but it's pretty well straight up and down over here, and over here it's kind of tapering in. So I'm thinking about putting a strap over this front. This hay, you guys can probably tell a difference between basically the bottom 2 layers all the way back, and this layer right here is from the east field. That's orchard grass clover, obviously mostly orchard grass, and then these 2 and this one back to here is excluding this one right here. That's an oddball one. Is from the alfalfa. That's an alfalfa teff mix, and so you can see the alfalfa in it here and the teff. That'll be some good hay too. I did put one more strap on the front of the trailer. I'm not worried about the rear. I got those ramps. They really help secure that load better. One other thing that we did is we actually took the wires that I used when I stack it on the stacker, and so we've got a row of wire between the 3rd and 4th layer here all the way to the back, and so that kind of helps tie those 2 tiers together. I don't think we'll have any issues with it. We're rolling. Gingy, are you wanting to go, girl? You can come with me. There she is. One beautiful load of hay. I mean, I think the truck looks pretty good too, really. There's 164 bales on here. That's putting 14 bales in the back. 150 right here, just stacking. Basically, went 5 high on edge by 3 grabs long, and Ginger's coming, guys. Ginger's coming. Try the new rake out for the first time. As long as you don't hit that post with it. So we're gonna get this thing folded out here. Hay's a little thin, but it'll be really good and get cleaned up for winter time. John Deere 700. There you go. There you go. Now down. Let the cylinder down. Now Dad's going to pull forward, and I'll kind of help it along. We'll kind of push this out. Get her locked in place. Maybe. There we go. This one's going at least. All right, we think we got it set. We're gonna go a little bit, see if we're missing much. And if we are, we may have to lower it. We're about probably 2.5 inches off the ground. Of course, that's where we were sitting, so it's definitely got some green down under there. He may have to flip this again. It's actually picking up pretty good. Well, that's going to make a really nice windrow. See, I don't know if we should go ahead and flip it all the way. We're torn between leaving 2 individual windrows like this and raking it again later, or going ahead and bringing it all the way together. I don't know, we'll see. He's gonna go straight down the field here. Actually, once you rake it, actually, more hay out here than it looks. It's actually growing up through the hay. It makes it look like a lot less. We are leaving just a little bit, not bad though. Need to lower it actually. Off he goes. I think the rake is working very well. Does a really nice job. We're just raking super thin hay here. I'd say we're off to a really good start. Like I said, my main concern, and I think this is going to be the one and only downside to this rake, really, is manual fold. I helped him get it out. It's not really that bad, but this field is in pretty good shape. You know, we worked it up and planted it, but if he goes down the road to one of the neighbors that we're just cutting hay and it's just a old pasture field, and it may not be quite as smooth as this field. Might have trouble getting it unfolded, but it beats the heck out of that stinking wheel rake, that's for sure. Holy cow. Gotta get my hay flipped so we can get the baling, get all that up and out of the field. Goes. This is the first time we've ever had this type of rake. I like it. I really do. You know, we'll get a little bit more dirt time on it before we know for sure if we're completely sold across the board. But if my impression stays the same, I'll probably end up getting one of those. And the reason I would go that route over a rotary, cost. You know, I mean, you can get a single rotary rake for a similar cost to what that one was, but you're going half the speed, covering half the ground. There's even more moving parts on a rotary rake. I just don't, I'm not, I know rotary rakes do a great job, but the cost is just a hindrance for us. We're a small time, but that there gets much the same effect as a rotary rake. Perhaps it doesn't fluff it quite as much, but it doesn't drag on the ground, keeps the dirt out of your hay, keeps cleaner hay, still can rake fast, makes a really nice windrow for your baler to feed into your baler. So that's where I stand on it, my thoughts on it. We'll see long term how it pans out. Real quick before we leave, we'll take a look at this hay. Had 2 different types of hay on the trailer, so we put it in 2 different locations here. This is orchard grass clover mix, and I put clover in there in the description just because it does have some clover. It is, if you put this next to a straight orchard grass hay, you'll be hard pressed to even tell the difference just looking at it. Now you cut it open, you're going to find some clover in here and there, not a whole lot. But gosh, look at the color on this. Look at, now this bale here has been down on the ground, but you look here, this is some first cutting orchard grass. This is fourth cutting orchard grass. Look at the difference. The color, how leafy it is. We get, this is a premium product right here. This is good. It still has good feed value and animals like it. It's just not as good as this stuff. This is what I would consider good. This is what I consider premium. Man, if I could make hay like that every cutting, I'd be in hay heaven. Heading home, we're gonna get the rake, flip my hay over, head down the road, rake the rental, and as soon as I get back and get the round baler grease, we're gonna roll some hay. Just pretty rare footage of me round baling. Be careful jumping over those electric fences. Sometimes a single wire is hard to judge how high it is, how far away you are. You definitely don't want to zap the family jewels for sure. Made it home. Gonna unhook the stacker from the little tractor, from the Deutz, and get the rake hooked up. A clean cut hayfield sure is nice, isn't it? Alright guys, so last night I told you that I had an issue with this, broke a bolt. Actually, it was the first layer I laid up. Only had, I don't know, 30 bales or so, close to 30 bales. And the first layer went up, it lifted up, and I heard a big pow. And it came back down. I can see that the second table was crooked. If you look here, this piece here is straight. So you see how far off that is? You got the looking. And we actually broke this bolt right here. And that basically allowed this piece here to shift forward, which is where that pivots. So if you look here, it's actually shifted forward about an inch. So I got to get me a bolt, get this line back up, get my bolt back in it, and I'll just check things out good, make sure nothing got bent. Hopefully nothing did. It don't look like it did. We're gonna get the rake hooked up, get to raking so that stuff can be drying, and then we'll see when we get to the point that we can work on that. The hay needs to be drying while we're doing stuff here. Up and ready to roll. Let's go flip some hay, guys. Woo! Just about falling off the tractor there. That'd not be good, would it? Might make for a good video though. Who knows? Alright, we got these all flipped. We're gonna head back to the backfield, flip everything back there. Just gonna feel it here. It's definitely damp, what was on the bottom. It'll dry quite a bit though here. Alright guys, we're at the rental property. Getting ready to start raking. Ready to roll. It's so weedy and stemmy. That rake does not like it at all. But alright, just got back to the house. My phone's about dead, so I'm not gonna get any footage. Just wanted to do an update. We're going to head back, finish square baling, get done with that. I'm gonna jump in the tractor with the round baler the rest of my stuff, the green stuff, and then we're gonna head down the road and round bale all we can until it starts getting too dark. So let's roll. Last night we baled a little bit. We ran out of twine. Very little dew on this morning, so I got Dad rolling it up. The baler's back in commission and working really good. This is putting it to the test with the clumps we got going on here. That's where I ran out of twine there on one side on this bale. Just tripped. Tying. Yep. And probably should have backed up and cocked it a little bit. Looks like it's sitting right on the windrow. That's all right. And he's back and rolling. Me and Kate's head back to the house. We're gonna deliver that hay. Dad's gonna finish baling this, so. And then we gotta get done with this so Dad can take the baler home and bale his hay because it's gonna rain tomorrow. So, and it's kind of gloomy today. Not much drying going on today. Me and Kate are headed out with this small load of hay to deliver to somebody. I went ahead and got 5 gallons of fuel to take to Dad, put in the tractor. I think that'll for sure get him by to finish baling. However, I was just getting ready to pull out and he called me and said that he's broke down. The round baler tripped to tie and it just keeps on cycling through. It doesn't ever disengage. So we gotta see what's going on there. So I threw a few tools in the truck here. Well, I pulled up here and then he took off. So maybe he's got it going. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not gonna chase him all around the field, that's for sure. But hopefully it's going. I definitely don't want to have issues. Honestly, I don't really care about getting this hay wet, except for it'll be a mess in the field to deal with. So the biggest thing I'm concerned about is Dad's hay. Well, looks like he's got a full bale. Uh-oh. Guess he disengaged it. Alright, we'll see what the deal is. Hopefully. So we had to run back to the house. I took the welder. Had to build this up right here. What we got is this pawl for our clutch. It's just barely catching on that. It's just worn over time. So I put a little bit of weld there. It's already engaged. So this will be like it tying. And then when this piece up here gets all the way around here, you'll see it go underneath this piece here, and then this bar here, it'll pull it up, and that pawl will catch on that piece right there. Right about now. She ain't going by now, that's for sure. Okay, going. Hopefully, he's gonna head to the field and see what happens. Stand back, Cade. Pawpaw's going. Oh, that tractor sounds good. Hear that? Oh. Got one light bulb out on the baler. All right. Are you stuck? You stuck on the culvert? Uh-oh. Oh my. Okay. Drop this bale spear off at the landowner because he's going to be keeping this hay, if you want to call it hay. And he just bought a spear, but it didn't come in. He ordered one or buying one from somebody, and anyways, he doesn't have it in hand. So I told him he could use mine because honestly, it's worth. I wouldn't have a problem with him using it no matter what, but it's worth out here. Dad just stopped. And he is hopefully will be kicking the bale out here real quick without having to get the, out of the tractor and turn it off. Should be kicking it out any minute. Uh-oh. He had to get off. Oh, I know what the problem is. I can already tell what the problem is. I didn't even think about it. Since we were testing it, I had pulled the string back up in the twine arms, and it didn't start. I can already tell you. Down the road we go. All right, Kay, tell me, is that pony little or big? Little bitty bitty. Yeah. Okay, got him another handful. Taken to his new little friend. He loves that little thing. He's been with her this entire time. Just put it under the gate. There you go. Or over. Oh, he's gonna get it all over his face. Good job. We'll brush you off. You're fine. Does it not taste good? No. Okay. Just got this hay unloaded. Ended up getting 55 bales in here. There were already 5 in here. There's actually a total of 60. She said 40. I squeezed an extra 15. It's just how I roll. Dad texted me and told me that he's headed home. So by the time I get there, he'll already be gone. He got done round baling. He'll hook the baler up, take it to his house, and I'll kind of start getting stuff put up and put away. We're almost home. It's about 3 o'clock. We need to leave between 3:30 and 4. We got a Halloween party for church. So there's not really any sense in me going over there and trying to do anything. You ready, Cade? He says, it's been a pain in the butt making this. What little bit of hay we only made about 300 bales. And man, it feels like we made about 1,200 bales. I don't know why. It's just this time of year. It's you work your butt off. Yeah, that's how I feel too. You work your butt off to get this little dab of hay dry. And I mean, I didn't spend much time actually cutting or baling it, but I spent a lot of time raking, tedding. Okay, hold on. Thank you guys so much. Stay tuned in the next video. We're going to be planting some wheat, working up a new field. This was officially the last cutting of hay for the year for us, guys. So thank you so much for following along. We'll be cutting more hay in 2022. And I got some more things coming up here. So stay tuned. We'll see you later, guys. God bless you. God bless America. Franklin County Forage out.